Have you ever really thought about it? I mean, what really happens to your bag after you check it in? Or how a massive airplane can land, get a full pit stop, and take off again in less time than it takes to watch a movie? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible hidden world of your flight. So, you've got your boarding pass, you watch your bag disappear down the conveyor belt, and now you can go grab a coffee, right? For you, maybe. But for your luggage and for the plane you're about to board, the real race has just kicked off. So what on earth is happening in that crucial time between check-in and takeoff? You might imagine it's just organized chaos back there, but it's not. It's actually more like a perfectly choreographed ballet. Yeah, a high-stakes performance with thousands of moving parts, all dancing in perfect sync. Okay, let's dive in and see how this show really works. First up, let's follow your bag, because as soon as it leaves your hands, it's off on its own high-speed, high-tech journey. It's literally a race against the clock. The moment that tag gets slopped on your bag, it enters this kind of hidden city underneath the airport. We are talking about miles and miles of high-speed conveyor belts. Some airports have over 60 miles of track. Your bag zips through multiple layers of advanced security screening, and then a whole system of lasers and computers sorts it at incredible speed. The whole goal? Get that bag from the check-in desk and onto the right plane in just a matter of minutes. It's wild. And you know, there's this really fascinating philosophy behind all this technology. As one baggage expert, Michael Rumpf, puts it, he says, "I recommend looking at your bags as if they were customers. Every single bag needs to be handled perfectly, sent exactly where it needs to go, and get there right on time." It sounds so simple, right? But that idea is the driving force behind this entire multi-million-dollar system. And listen, this isn't just a bunch of conveyor belts, not at all. It's a super intelligent network of sensors, scanners, and sophisticated software. And if that system fails, it can bring an entire airport to a grinding, complete standstill. So really, this system is the unsung hero that makes your on-time departure even possible. Okay, so your bag is on its way to the plane, but what about the plane itself? Well, the second it lands, it enters what's basically a high-stakes pit stop, just like you'd see in a Formula One race. In the industry, this is called the turnaround. And the logic behind this mad dash is simple, and it's pretty brutal. There's a saying, planes don't make money on the ground. Every single second a plane is parked at the gate, it's a massive asset that's costing the airline money. But when it's in the air, it's making money. That single economic reality is what drives the incredible speed of the turnaround. And turning a plane around is this huge, coordinated effort. Just think about it for a second. You've got the caterers, the cleaners, the fuelers, the baggage handlers, mechanics, the flight crew. All in all, we're talking over 75 different teams and people that have to coordinate hundreds of tasks, all in an unbelievably short amount of time. So why all the rush? Why does every single second count? Well, it all boils down to three really key things. First, the economics. A faster turnaround means you can squeeze in more flights per day. Second, it's about you, the passenger. We all want our flights to be on time, especially if we have a connection. And third, something you might not think about, is the environment. The less time a plane spends on the ground running its little jet engine in the tail, that's called the APU, the less fuel it burns. And the economic impact is just staggering. Boeing actually did some research on this, and they found that cutting just 10 minutes from the average turnaround time can boost a plane's utilization by 8%. That is a massive, massive jump in efficiency and, of course, revenue. And the environmental savings? Whoa, they're just as impressive. Get this. If every single flight in 1 year cut its ground time by just 1 minute, the entire industry would save over 172 million kilograms of CO2. That is like taking tens of thousands of cars off the road for a whole year, just from 1 minute. Okay, so we've seen this incredible precision on the ground that gets your bag and your plane ready to go. But you know what? That's only half the story. What about what's happening up in the air? I mean, how do we manage thousands of planes all flying at once without creating total gridlock in the sky? I mean, just look at this. This is the challenge. A huge interconnected web of planes, each one carrying hundreds of people, all moving at insane speeds. Keeping this whole network safe and efficient is genuinely one of the biggest logistical puzzles in the entire world. The system that solves this puzzle is called Air Traffic Flow Management, or ATFM for short. The basic idea is pretty simple. You just balance the demand for flights with the available space in the sky and on the ground. But actually making that work? Oh, That is incredibly complex. So, what's the secret ingredient? It all comes down to data and collaboration. Through a system called collaborative decision making, basically everyone involved, the airlines, the airports, air traffic control, they all share real-time information with each other. This lets them spot potential problems like a storm or congestion and work together to prevent traffic jams in the sky before they even have a chance to happen. Now, for decades, this has been an incredible human-led effort. But now, a totally new player is entering the scene to make this entire process even smarter, even more efficient. And that player is artificial intelligence. AI is already changing the game in two huge ways. On the ground, you have systems like deep turnaround being used at Amsterdam's airport that use AI to predict turnaround times with scary accuracy. And then up in the air, AI is making something truly revolutionary possible, a sky that can actually change its shape to fit the traffic flying through it. Think of the sky as a network of highways, right? Traditionally, those highways were fixed. The routes were pre-drawn and planes had to follow them. But what if the highways could redraw themselves in real time to avoid a traffic jam? That's exactly what AI allows. It can analyze the flow of all the planes and literally create the most efficient routes on the fly. And this isn't just a small tweak. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about air traffic. The old way was what they called flow follows structure. The planes had to fit into the system. The new way is structure follows flow. The system adapts to the planes. It is a complete game changer for the future of flying. So let's bring this all home. Let's tie it all together. What does all this mean for you and your next trip? The next time you're on a plane, just take a second and remember this whole invisible world that's making your journey possible. That high-speed race of your luggage, the intense pit stop on the tarmac, and that vast AI-powered ballet happening 30,000 feet above the ground. It really is a miracle of human and artificial intelligence working together. And you know, this invisible ballet is only going to get more and more complex. Our skies are getting more crowded with planes, with drones, and pretty soon with space tourism rockets. The challenge ahead is immense. So the question is, how will we evolve this system to manage our increasingly crowded skies? It's something to think about the next time you look out your airplane window. Thanks for joining us.